Okay, so the purpose of this video tutorial is to take you through some of the steps that we looked at individually within Photoshop in order to change the appearance of people in photographs, in images. Now, the purpose of this video is so that you will be able to apply some of these techniques to your own before and after piece. You can choose your own photograph to do a before and after piece on. However, there are certain rules. If you are doing a photograph of somebody else, as in another student in the class or somebody else in school or somebody that we know, then you must have their explicit permission beforehand. You may do a photograph of yourself. You may also use a photograph from the internet. Again, regardless what photograph you use, the purpose of this is to produce a natural looking change to the photograph. We're not talking about making the photographs necessarily look better, but we're looking at using the techniques to make the changes that we would commonly see in the press or in television and movies. And those are the skills that I would like to see you using sensibly applied, please. So I've selected this photograph up here, which is a photograph of Angelina Jolie without any makeup. She looks absolutely lovely in this photograph, but we will be using Photoshop to change part of her appearance. So first of all, I need to open it with Photoshop, and I'm going to do so by right-clicking over the image and open with Adobe Photoshop. Remember, this piece of software is only available on the laptops in the first trolley of laptops, the laptops next to Mr. Finley's desk. So I open this up, and I have the picture of Angelina Jolie just here. Now, before I get started, I'm just going to zoom in so I can have a little bit of a closer up look at the different parts that I might be working on. Okay. Now, I notice that prior to makeup, Angelina Jolie, her skin could possibly use a little bit of smoothing in these tone areas just here. So we could use our spot healing brush to achieve that. I might also work on her eye colour. I might enhance that to bring out that lovely brilliant blue that we often see. I may also look at applying some makeup, whether eye makeup or lip makeup, and I may look at changing the tone, the whiteness tone of her teeth. So these are some of the things that I think we'll start off with this particular photograph here. So let's start with looking at the skin tone. Now for the spot healing brush, okay, I want to be using this particular tool over here that looks like a plaster, and within this particular tool here I have my spot healing brush open. Now remember, the spot healing brush will select pixels from the area around where I'm clicking and replace that area with the pixels from around the edge. So I'm just going to remove these ever so slightly blotchy areas. This is how we might remove a pimple or a spot from a photograph of anyone, really. This is how those individuals who go about making those changes, the Photoshop editors, this is how they would be doing it. So we'll have a look at just those sort of little bags under her eyes at the same time. A couple of little areas up here on her forehead, nothing major. Being careful not to go too close to the hairline because I don't want to pick up the darker pixels and replicate those onto her forehead. I want to try and avoid doing that if I can. Yeah, not bad. If you do have to work closer towards the edge of the picture, like I've just done there, so I'm just going to undo that last move. If you do have to work closer towards the edge of the picture, do remember to reduce the size of your brush. Okay, so next I'm going to have a look at her eye colour. So I'm just going to zoom in a little bit further. And I'm going to use my selection tool here, either the Magic Wand selection, which allows me to pick up certain pixels. But I'm not entirely happy with that because I've gone right up into the edge here. So I'm just going to deselect. I'm just going to reduce my tolerance right the way down. Try that again. So all I'm doing to select multiple areas here is I am holding the shift button whilst I click around the pupil of her eye. And I probably want to refine the edge and just sort of smooth it off a little bit. Too far. That's not bad. And then the same again for the other eye. So I'm going to do both eye selections at the same time. So I'm just going to pick up this pupil as well. Again, just holding shift and clicking around the edge here to see the difference. Again, I'll just refine that edge a little bit. Okay, once I'm happy, I'm just going to zoom back out. So I've got a slightly more natural view of her. And I'm just going to go into the image area here. And under the enhance option, I'm just going to go to adjust colour. And I'm going to go to the hue and saturation option under adjust colour. And I'm going to tick the colorize box, which allows me to change the basis of where I'm looking for colour. So I'm going to be going for a blue, and I'm going to be going for a really nice bright blue. I still want a good depth of saturation, because remember, we're looking for something that's going to look natural, not too fake. But it's quite common that the shades of celebrities' eyes are altered in the media. We'll have a look at this. Once I press OK, I can then deselect, Command and D, to deselect her eyes. And if I zoom out now, I have these lovely bright blue eyes, which I can compare to the original, which opens just here. And here I have, for example, Angelina's bright blue eyes to the right and Angelina's natural eyes to the left. So if you'd like to have a look at makeup and teeth whitening, we will continue that in the second part of this tutorial. So for now, have a go at spot healing or colour changing for eyes.